this one is verifiably breaking towards the reasonable expansion. We are exchanging over the high, and our next center, assuming we go higher, is truly going to be our next run-of-the-mill level of block, and that proposes we really have ultimately more space to go towards the normal improvement of around 1.85%, and the very same thing is occurring here with the Nasdaq frame. We are breaking all through the standard line here, and our adhering to guideline will be by and large 1.28% higher. Obviously, getting through we will occur with our model towards the average turn of events, so tolerating the money-related exchange that will open in the accompanying 2 or 3 hours will proceed higher, obviously, as I should suspect. Possibly mean Bitcoin is other than going to go significantly higher toward the conceivable increase, perhaps recover the normal, and obviously moreover our worth locale high, which will land at 28,500 USD. Keep in mind, except for if we really break our worth locale high, we are currently exchanging our horizontal range on the Bitcoin cost. Before long, this is the thing, correct? In the event that we will see a divert towards impediment from the most raised characteristic of the compass where Bitcoin is exchanging as of now, what will be our most gigantic help level? It would be great for we really to know about and what you will observe. Our worth region low on Bitcoin will land at 27,300 USD. Our typical high from period of time support level will be inconsequential lower at 27,001. Additionally, likewise, what we could correspondingly do, Fibbo, standard retracement from our swing low back to our swing high. Our stunning phi degree will be vaguely higher than our worth district high. So I would agree that like that anticipating Bitcoin in the accompanying 2 or 3 hours, suspend lower, this area will be our super port zone where possibly we could be searching for some sort of a long or a buy ownership on the piece contain. For what reason am I saying that we could be searching for a long or a purchase at this level out as opposed to unequivocally at the lower part of our even reach? Again, taking into account the way that really expecting that we vanquish our help area towards us here, and we retest the lower part of our level reach, we will have a phenomenally high likelihood of then similarly breaking the degree towards disadvantage. I really need this help zone with genuinely holding with a strikingly huge nullification level of our long situation under our area of help. Then again, on the off chance that we are correct in the long run going to see some sort of a push toward the regular expansion on Bitcoin, you could moreover be hoping to go with some sort of the trauma center exchange expecting that Bitcoin will see affirmation over the worth locale high. In any case, generally note, it won't be an ideal long or a tough spot position here since we are truly entering a long or a problem position unequivocally at the most raised spot of our level reach. I would agree that we could be searching for a long here pondering how we are retesting the degree of really look at right now for, as we communicated as of now, perhaps the 6th time being developed. Regardless, so we truly have an incredibly high likelihood of breaking the level towards the average expansion. In a perfect world in a trip, we are searching for purchases at the help levels as opposed to the degrees of confirmations. Again yet, assuming you are searching for a long or a buy ownership here for the breakout or something along those lines, promise you are deterring comparably of fitting difficulty into the even show up at considering the way that as we communicated to some degree right on time, if we see other than certification back under the worth district high. Without question, it's a negative piece correspondence end. Truly around then plainly we really need to get finished out of our long having a spot. Once more regardless, our next tremendous cost target will be at the area of around 30,000 USD here on the Bitcoin cost. In addition, much appreciated. Okay, so Bitcoin a brief time frame back got another push towards the sensible extension over our level reach, taking the liquidity over our past highs. In any case, in this video we will take a gander at if a transient top for Bitcoin can truly be right now in, and we will see another turn towards the lower part of our level reach. In addition, likewise, I also need to present to you how to genuinely measure the worth spot of get together of our level reach and what it's going to. If we will see a break towards the normal extension, maybe in the accompanying several hours. At any rate what, explicitly, you will see, it truly is clearly that. Several days sooner, Bitcoin was siphoning unequivocally towards the standard extension towards the area of 29,000 USD. We got an excusal. Following taking the liquidity over our past high, and that suggests people that really were in a short or a sell position having the stop disaster over the high, they probably got completed out with a WIC towards the opposite here. Besides, it's extraordinarily captivating since, in such a case that you genuinely have an effect our one small step at a time turn basis on our affiliation, it seems like we hit our R multi-progressively turn at 21,073 USD very brilliantly and exclusively after we hit the level of block, after we took the liquidity here, we got an excusal back towards hurt. After a short time zeroing in on our volume. Has the excusal been going on a higher volume or no? Surely. I would genuinely say we truly got some kind of a volume spike on an excusal towards some site, yet really zeroing in on how much people that really got sold on a sucker. Some site, I would genuinely say not that is fundamentally reality. Obviously only 13 million of long positions got racked on a push down, which right as of now suggests that it seems like people were truly shorting the most raised nature of our even come to, the deviation and the liquidity. Over our past high. For a really long time maybe you're contemplating, family, at which locale is Bitcoin as of now. Seeing a push up, an impact of an as some kind or another, and what you can really do. FIBO retracement. We will go from our swing low back to our swing high. It seems like we truly hit our 0.5 FIBO retracement level here. Once more and, applying our every little advance toward turn spins around our course of action. It looks like totally at this specific. We got every more one little maneuver toward turn, which will be another vast week's turn here. So it seems like we got disturbing effect from our R multi every little push toward turn towards impediment, towards another inestimable week's turn. In addition, besides, in this way applying step-by-step volume-weighted conventional expense on the structure. It once more seems like it will be convincingly at this specific area. To that end we are simply soon seeing a push towards the possible increment and a retest of our old standard level of impediment at 28,332 US darts. In addition, yesterday on Twitter, I truly posted it. It seems like we are right now in a bobbling system for some sort or another. We are seeing a choice reaction of Bitcoin occurring true to form to taking the liquidity over the high of the compass. Notwithstanding, there is comparatively a little upkeep happening, and that suggests that people are shorting here, yet bulls are trying to push the expense higher. That suggests there. All the selling pressure that was coming into the market on a push towards block. Again yet, at this point, it genuinely appears as though we are without a doubt trading under the most fundamental indication of our level reach, and that proposes we are seen into the extension and one could make a, say, trade the reach until it breaks, and that deciphers we could be looking for some kind of a turn towards block, back towards the lower part of our level reach. In any case, would concur what's going on the ceaseless second, it's not unequivocally so particularly clear as clearly to be. As of now, as an issue of some significance, we truly need to see. As of now Bitcoin. It's truly trading a strikingly fair rising. It unequivocally has no contact with what stunning moving midpoints. You will go on the 1 hourly, on the 2 hourly. On the 4 hour period of time, we are unequivocally moving in a particularly fair rising. Fairly going with the basic moving midpoints. It in like manner is clearly on the 4 hourly, on the 2 hourly, on the 1 hourly, maybe similarly on the standard time frame. Bitcoin is trading a typical rising. Additionally, moreover, since we got this specific push toward the normal development similarly proposes we have squarely over the long haul still bullish market structure. So taking into account how we are in a rising, I would agree, clearly, plan has a higher probability of continuing and perhaps we could be looking for a breakout or something like that. Out of our level appear at here, yet we truly need to see that right now the expense advancement that has been molding for the new days here isn't moving. It's actually an appear at bound environment. Furthermore, as gathered early, considering the way that we got a push towards disadvantage under the chief spot of our level appear at here, since we are moving under the generally here, we should try to despite accommodate ourselves, our level appear at here is fundamental. Trade the range until it genuinely breaks. As of now something basic that people have close to zero information into, enduring through you go with the volume levels, right, evaluating the entire upper expense segment with the volume of the even reach, it seems like we are seen under the value region. High affirmation under the value region high here recommends that we are to be sure trading, the area of 70%. All the volume that was truly traded this specific even reach. So perceive that way. Looking right now at the expense portion, we are trading at the sign of control at the best volume pack of the entire level reach, and again, going over the value locale high. Will be a bullish correspondence or less. Bitcoin is truly going to have the choice to see a drive towards the sensible development to go off the value locale high. I would really say we are looking for a turn towards possible extension or something to that effect. Once more so we make on emphatically now unequivocally where perhaps we could go to some degree more bullish, conceivably expecting a really extraordinary breakout towards the sensible development with the exception of in the event that we go over the value district. We are in the range and we are perhaps looking for another turn towards trouble. Before long, how is it that it could be that the facts may confirm that I could truly say that? If Bitcoin see another push towards the up here, towards the value region high, we will have an exceptionally high probability of going essentially higher and breaking the span towards the possible development. It will consider the way that we have retested the most raised spot of our even appear at here. For reliably, you are really going to see first time, second time, third time, fourth time we have right to been retesting this specific level of hindrance here. So expecting we go finally towards the possible extension, towards the value district, high towards our standard high time level, as exhibited by my perspective, the probability of breaking the level towards the potential development is firmly going to be exceptionally high. In any case, the relentless second, we take a gander at the particular worth spot of relationship of the reach and what will be our strategy considerations for the present. As of now, we truly need to see what is really going to be the particular expense whirl around that can be reviewed with our level reach. So how we will answer expecting we go explicitly with finance channel making this specific level appear at here, extending this one bafflingly lower and copying the compass and putting this one at the upper here. What you will note is the mid-level of our new level appear purposefully come up at 30,100 US spot overall. At long last layout, why is this region such a major level? In particular, we genuinely have our step-by-step high drum time period level at 30,000 US dollars. In addition, what we could comparably do, going for example, on the standard time frame and measure entire upper expense section that was outlining to or an amazingly delayed time span back here, we can see our volume level is as such going to land strikingly, eagerly towards the worth quality of mix of our level appear at regard region. Low 30,300 USR. So I would really say IBI Bitcoin right at present will be all set later on over our value district, high over the area of 28,500 US dollars. We are looking for a typical breakout with a worth spot of blending of around 30,000 US dollars where we truly have the goal of the degree, where we truly have the target of the volume level, and clearly correspondingly where we truly have our focal high term time interval level of resistance on the buy Bitcoin cost. As of now, something different that I should note. Getting past we go, for example, with a monetary trade. That being said, our S&P of 100, this one is unquestionably breaking towards the sensible development. We are trading over the high, and our next focus, accepting we go higher, is genuinely going to be our next average degree of block, and that proposes we truly have right at last more space to go towards the ordinary improvement of around 1.85%, and exactly the same thing is happening here with the Nasdaq outline. We are breaking all through the standard line here, and our complying to rule will be overall 1.28% higher. Clearly, overcoming we will happen with our model towards the typical development, so enduring the cash-related trade that will open in the going with a few hours will continue higher, clearly, as I ought to think. Potentially mean Bitcoin is other than going to go altogether higher toward the possible increment, maybe recuperate the typical, and clearly also our value district high, which will land at 28,500 USR. Remember, aside from in the event that we truly break our value region high, we are correct right now trading our horizontal range on the Bitcoin cost. After a short time, this is the thing, right? If we will see a redirect towards hindrance from the most raised quality of the compass where Bitcoin is trading at this point, what will be our most tremendous assistance level? It would be perfect for we truly to be aware of, and what you will notice. Our value area low on Bitcoin will land at 27,300 USR. Our regular high from time frame support level will be insignificant lower at 27,001. Furthermore, moreover, what we could correspondingly do, Fibo, standard retracement from our swing globe back to our swing high. Our dazzling phi degree will be dubiously higher than our value locale high. So I would concur that like that expecting Bitcoin in a going with a few hours, suspend lower, this region will be our super port zone where perhaps we could be looking for some kind of a long or a buy possession on the piece contain. Why am I saying that we could be looking for a long or a buy at this even out rather than unequivocally at the lower part of our even reach? Again, considering the way that truly expecting that we vanquish our assistance region towards us here, and we retest the lower part of our level reach, we will have a sensationally high probability of then correspondingly breaking the degree towards inconvenience. I truly need this help zone with really holding with a strikingly tremendous invalidation level of our long circumstance under our area of help. Of course, if we are right over the long haul going to see some kind of a push toward the normal development on Bitcoin, you could besides be wanting to go with some kind of the ER trade expecting that Bitcoin will see insistence over the value region high. Regardless, by and large note, it will not be an Ideal long or a difficult situation position here, since we are really entering a long or an issue position unequivocally at the most raised spot of our level reach. I would concur that we could be looking for a long here, contemplating how we are retesting the level of truly take a gander at right now for, as we conveyed at this point, maybe the 6th time being created. Notwithstanding, so we really have an amazingly high probability of breaking the level towards the typical development.